Let me know when you want to mute my mic.
Hello everyone, and welcome to 2SRL round 18 here at the Circuit of the Americas. I am ItzTriton, your host, and joined again today by Mecha And
hello everyone.
So yeah, we're just waiting for the last few drivers to join in. We do have a fair amount of substitutes, so we will be starting momentarily. So for those of you who are new here, be sure to check out the EGL major channel, and be sure to subscribe and follow below. If you guys do want to catch up on any of the previous races, they are there in the channel below, and the pre-recorded VODs will be there as well. And that goes for both the SLR League and this 2SRL League as well. So quick disclaimer, I'm a little bit under the weather, so I'm gonna have to do my best here. So luckily I have you to hold the fort down for me if needed. So okay, we have almost a full grid, so that's good. Thimo in the chat, good evening Thimo. Is he not racing?
Oh, shit.
He is not racing, okay. So that's a shame. So both Reynolds are not here. Terror unfortunately sick today, so we'll get some F's in the chat for him later. As well as our championship leader, the fastest driver in the world, and the great and apparently the best karter in the world, Milos Martika, aka Cursed, also not here. So because he's away karting and defending his world karting driver's title, so you know. Unfortunate, but we do have a fair amount of substitutes here. I think we're getting a couple more as well, so
yeah, Ben's just told me there'll be a minute or so.
Yeah,
by the way.
So yeah, also if you guys also want to see a second perspective, be sure to check out Mecha Dragon's Twitch channel, which is
oh, please do. Yes,
right here. Yeah, go ahead and plug it in
I'll jam it in the chat.
Yeah,
it's pretty simple to follow.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
be doing. I won't have all the sweet overlays like the YouTube channel, but let me get the link.
Yeah, so yeah, Thimo, I see. Yeah, university work. I start back tomorrow from my lovely soothing break, which is gonna just turn into me dying, but you know. So the two people to watch out here for today that I will mention is El Sergios, our current championship leader, who unfortunately disconnected yesterday in the SLR race. So if you guys want to follow Sergios, who actually commentated with me once here in Italy for the 2SRL Italy broadcast, if you guys want to follow his if you want to follow his championship conquest, be sure to check that out. And also here is his championship rival, Ethnic TRN, who is also looking on pace to be able to possibly win this championship as well. So if you guys want to see both of them duke it out in the final 3 races there, be sure to go back if you would like to catch up and check out the EGL major channel, and check out Thimo and Terror's channels respectively as well, if you want to see some of the VODs there as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see them two race. I don't believe Sergios is going to qualify, because I think he wants to do some soft tire practice, so we'll see how Etni does as well. I don't know if he's going to qualify or not, but I think we're waiting for one final spot here. I think we have another substitute. I believe Wimpy is joining, so hopefully we get going soon. I think we have a third spectator. Okay, now we're good. So yeah, okay, Wimpy is here, so he will be taking the final seat. So a full grid here for 2SRL. Not every full-time driver here, but a handful of reserves. So we'll do a rundown here real quick. I started a little bit early since I didn't really time this properly, but Thomas here for filling in for Revo. Etney's filling in for Etney's filling in for Cursed, I believe. Wimpy filling in for one of the Reynolds, and Sergio's filling in for the other. So that's Thimo and Terror. And let's see who else. I think that's it actually. So most of the full times here. Oh, Copy actually filling in for Buddy. So Buddy's not here. So let's see how this goes. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but there's a change in lineup. Hugos is actually taking over Paula's seat from Williams, since Paula unfortunately has left 2SRL. So Hugos, we welcome him, and hopefully he can perform up to the standard of what we've seen from the 2SRL guys, which he usually does. So yeah, these guys are some pretty impressive drivers here. So this will be hopefully.
Quick mention to anyone joining my stream: if either one of us is either too loud or too soft, can you let me know, because I'm still trying to get this just right for the broadcast.
Yeah, same. Wimpy sits on the cursed seat, and F1 game bad. Hello, Revo. Very bad. After yesterday, I agree. If you didn't watch the SLR race. So, oh boy, we have a wet quali.
Sure do.
That is gonna shake things up a lot. So that's what I was thinking. Use his COTA so we can get some rain here. So yeah, this is full wets, I believe. So let's see who comes out first. So yeah, I suggest you guys tune in for this one. This is gonna be interesting. So I will ride on board with whoever comes out first here. I'm gonna take a look here. So
yeah, and I'm just gonna sort of
yeah, it's gonna be laggy, I think. Yeah, because my frames are pretty bad here since the rain is there, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna help it. So hopefully...
I'll some people.
Yeah, if hopefully it'll be better for... Okay, it's actually better when I get out of the pit lane. Yeah, it's a lot better when I get out of the pit lane, as Thomas already spins there, so... yeah, so I apologize for the frame rate. It's gonna be a little bit choppy here, as... we try and sort this out. So dry race, I'm told by Bance, full wet qualifying, and then so yeah, the race it'll be a lot better. So we'll do our best here. So I believe Clara's the first one out right now. So let's see. We'll ride on board with him. Or actually, I think that's Etney ahead. Yeah, that's actually Etney ahead. So we will ride on board with him.
I'm on board with Tipsy, and Clara has had a big moment.
Yeah, I saw that in the background
that's
there.
The hairpin. He's out. He'll have to do another one.
Is that why you don't drive? Thimo calling Revo out in the chat. So we got some drama going on outside of the race here. So interesting tactics from Thimo. So, but anyways,
interesting tactics. Oh, isn't he driving today?
Oh yeah, he's said he's got university work, so understandable, unfortunately. So we're gonna pull up the telemetry here and the lap data. So okay, Noel's back in. Hopefully he's able to get back in, because I think he disconnected. So he can probably take control of his driver again, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna ride on board here with Ethnic TRN, one of the fastest F1 drivers that I know, as he already, that lap might be over right before it's even started there. Yeah, it's already over. So, right on board instead with...
Tipsy's about to start his lap.
Yeah, we'll ride on board with Jeremy Peters. So, as soon as I find him on board here, so... as soon as... Yeah, okay, we are here. So, going through the S section here. This section represents Silverstone's, Magus, and Beckett's complex, as Jeremy loses a bit here, so does manage to control it a bit here, going into the end here of Sector 1 now, up through the right-hander, which is going to conclude the S section here. Left-hander there, takes it nice and slow, easy to lose the traction, able to take a little bit more off the curb there, as we are running strict corner cutting, so you're going to see a lot of caution in the wind here. So, going slowly there into the slow left-hander there onto the back straight now. gonna be running, I would assume overtake here, but not. Down the straight here as he goes, gonna rev it up to 200 miles per hour at the moment. So on the brakes, and you just disconnected for me. Do you need an invite?
I sure did.
Okay, I can re-invite you after this, or actually I can do it right now. So we're gonna unfortunately.
I'll just hang on.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't even know how to get out of this. Wait a minute.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna shut my F1 down.
Okay, I invited you back though. If I don't know if you got that there or not, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll get it.
It's a bit slow. My Steam overlay is a bit off, so.
Steam's fine. It's just F1 died.
F1 game bad.
I don't know. It doesn't even want me to watch it.
Okay, I can do
that.
that. Okay, so I invited you there. You can just click that when you do. Edney did not invalidate that lap. He actually goes fastest. So my apologies there. Tipsy puts it in on pole position at the moment as somebody spins there coming out of the pit lane. So Copy does a 150.6 to overthrow Tipsy there. So far that's what the grid's looking like. Silver does a 52.8. Tosh Thomas does a 153.1. Anonymous goes second fastest there with a 151.7. And Ocean Chief and Wimpy are actually on their outlap. So oh boy, okay, so Speedy just hit Sergio's, so he just got a 5-place grid penalty for that. So I don't know what happened there. So let's see. Meanwhile, we'll ride here on board as Stinger's about to finish his lap. I don't know if he invalidated his or not, as Vance goes on to provisional pole at the moment. Yeah, Stinger, I believe, invalidated that one. So okay, there you go. You're back in. So is Noel disconnected? Let me see. Yeah, I believe Noel is disconnected, unfortunately. So yeah. So meanwhile, this is the provisional grid at the moment, since it seems that some people did not get to do their outlaps. So we'll continue off where we started here, basically, maybe. So I believe somebody's coming down the grid here. So that's or I think that's Sergio's there on his lap. So we'll try and finish off where we started here. Yeah, so Sergio's here, coming up to the end of the second sector from the DRS straight, and hits brakes there, going down into second gear here. Gonna have to short shift up into third maybe to keep the traction. Doesn't actually do it, but able to keep it as Edney puts in a 148.3. So Edney with a really monster lap there. So impressive from him, as Sergio's really slidey on the rear end there, keeping the traction though. So should be mentioned that COTA is a very slippery racetrack, so we will see a lot of traction issues maybe. And there is somebody moving out of the way there for Sergio. So he just hits the penultimate corner there, coming up to the final corner, takes a good amount on the apex there, nice and easy. Goes a little bit wide actually, but short shifts up to fourth gear, goes second fastest there. So decent lap from him. So before I continue further on, a very interesting point here from Thimo. So this is our first opportunity here at the title being sealed here. So Speedy is in contention here to actually win the title. So if he finishes 10th place here, or if Vance doesn't win, then Speedy will be our 2SRL champion. So that is something that we will be watching out for. So all to play here for Vance, and it is also interesting to mention that Revo has won every single F1 title on 2SRL out of the 4 seasons they've had. So this will be the first time that Revo is not the champion if Speedy is able to do it. So that is interesting. So
yeah, I did check that before we started. I believe Speedy has a 99-point advantage over Vance.
That is true, I think, yeah.
Fairly impressive.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, Speedy has been absolutely untouchable for most of the season, as I think Noel left, so I don't think Noel can join in. I think he can still be in. Yes, 4 races to spare with the title being concluded. That would be a pretty impressive feat. So I believe that he's starting another lap here. So it goes down here now into the beginning of the S's here. Nice and easy on the throttle. Now into that one. I don't know if that's a validator or not, as he took a fair amount of curb there. nice and easy. Not really braking, as it is easy to lock up there. Goes easy into the second part here of the S's. Now that's the end of Sector 1. Takes a nice wide turn in. It should be noted that going wide and taking a wider line into the turns in the rain is not actually a bad idea, as you will be onto the marbles and the runoff from the tires and the discarded rubber, which will in turn actually give you more grip than if you were to follow the racing line, which is fairly smooth, which in the rain is not exactly the best thing you want. So, as Thimo says, yeah, exactly 99 points difference, so that is a very impressive feat for him to finish it off this early, so.
Thank you for confirming my maths there, Thimo.
Thimo Braun for math professor, so.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay, so as we're riding here, Etney coming up to the end of the second, or at the end of the second sector, in the third sector here now, coming up to the Istanbul right-hander here, as through fifth gear, slow on the traction, it is very easy to overshoot this corner in the rain, down into fifth gear, keep the traction there. It was a bit wide there, so I don't know if that invalidated it or not, but should still be good maybe, as, oh, very wide there almost, but he's good there so far, as he puts in a 1:47.3, so he's a full second and a half faster than almost everyone, so very impressive stuff so far. So, you know, Stinger here has yet to put in a lap along with Speedy, Matthias, and Ocean Chief, so our championship contender still has to put in his lap as he begins it now, I believe here, locks up going into turn 1 here. So, we'll ride on the off-board camera here, so we will try, hopefully. Hopefully the stream isn't too crazy bad here. I'm going to make sure it's not too bad for the road.
No, I'm having a look at it. It looks a lot better than it did last week, but
yeah. I mean, it's going to lag because of the rain.
Maybe that's for the rain.
That's the rain, but I'm worried if it's going to be bad for the race as well, then we have a problem, but
yeah. We do.
Otherwise, I will do some more work over the week to fix it. But anyway, Speedy here, still working his way through the sector here. He's got 50 seconds right now. I don't know if that's too quick or not, as I have not really seen the telemetry. So I'm unable to see the telemetry to see if it's actually working. So he got a bit of a toe there off of the Williams. So I believe that was Hugo. So that will come in handy for him. So, going slowly here.
Clara's doing something interesting here. He's reversing into the pit lane and it spat him back onto the track. So he's obviously missed the pit window somewhere and he's had to go back.
Yeah, he's got wing damage, so that is unfortunate. So
yeah, because he spun and hit the wall trying to get back into the pit entry.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something here real quick. Noel has added me to my friends list, so I think that means he needs an invite. So I'm gonna try and do that here. So unfortunately we got a little bit more technical difficulties, so gonna go ahead and do that. So and try and re-invite him so that he can get his chance to race here. So
he's having a lap here, Bance. He's about to start a new lap.
So
he put in a 1:49, not too bad. Anonymous is on intermediates, by the way, and he's done a 1:49.4.
Okay.
So that's fairly impressive in this torrential downpour. So maybe he's gonna put a set of wets on, get out, have a lap. He's got enough time to do that if he wants to. That's pretty impressive driving on intermediates.
So I believe, actually, I don't think he's put them on yet. But oh yeah, actually the rain has numbed down a bit, or it's calmed down a bit. I mean, so yeah, it seems like the wets are not going to be as quick. So intermediates will probably start to be the best choice. So that might be why Sergio's. That's maybe why Etney actually was doing so many laps. As Vance gets a swapper on the back end. So okay, Noel is able to join back there. So he will not be able to qualify, I believe. So that's a shame for Noel. But he will be able to race, so that's better than nothing, if you ask me. So hopefully he has a good result here, is able to make his way up the field. So.
Well, as we saw last week, anything can happen. Old mate Tipsy DC'd at lap 3 and ended up finishing in the points, so As long as you're in the race, you've got a chance.
Yeah, definitely. So, so far, Speedy actually is able to finish a lap. He goes third fastest. So, did not catch that, unfortunately, since I'm a bit off. So, my apologies, as Etney is fitting intermediates. He's going to get ready. Everyone's going to be waiting now. We're not going to see anything yet. So, I say we wait a bit. I say they wait a bit, I mean. And then go out in a couple minutes when the track is dried up a bit. And the puddles, and the large puddles of water, dissipate a bit. So, hopefully, we will see some pretty interesting runs here right at the end of qualifying. So, I mean, they probably will have to start the laps now, to be honest. But the rain isn't too bad right now, so we will see. So, I apologize for the pit lane at the moment. It is a bit laggy in there since there's a lot going on. So, Etney is already starting his lap on intermediates, as is Anonymous. So, it'll be interesting to see how this goes down. So, these lap times will be a lot quicker now, since the intermediates will be a lot quicker at this time on the track. So,
I'm going to ride with Anonymous, see how he goes.
Alright, I'm going to be on board here with Etney, see if he can improve his pole position time. So,
a lot of drivers coming into those intermediates, so they've obviously got some information that we don't have rain clearing up.
Yeah, I would hope that the people in the pits are able to come out now, because otherwise I don't think there's going to be enough time for them to do that lap. So, I mean, they could, it doesn't really matter how much they wear these down, so they could just do like fuel up for one lap, or fuel up for 2 laps or so, and just go out and do their out lap as basically a warm-up lap, and then do the full lap, instead of going slow and warming up the tires, since it doesn't really matter. So,
yeah. They're going to have to get out in the next 10 or 15 seconds, you would imagine, otherwise they're not going to get around.
I would have thought they would have had to go out now, as everyone is on their out lap, so Etney is going to begin his laps right now, so he has all the time here.
Anonymous.
Yeah. So he
must be just ahead.
Yeah, hopefully he fueled up for 2 laps in case something goes wrong. So Hugo's retired, so I think he was too late. So, and he didn't fit the inters either. So, Silver is actually out on full wet still. So, I think he might have made a bit of a mistake, since everyone else is on intermediates, and that's going to hamper him. And since everyone else will just be quicker. So, Etney is beginning his lap here. A lot more planted, it seems, through the S section here. Let's see, or through the beginning of the lap. Yeah, a lot quicker there, as you can see, as he was previously. A lot more hasty on the accelerator, as we know, since it is full wet conditions. Not really able to push it that hard in the intermediate tires. You're able to push a little bit more. So okay, so Hugo's messaged me. He says love it when the game recommends wets, even though intermediates are faster. So apparently the game F1 game bad is ruining Hugo's. Fortunate, but yeah, as we see, everyone there is in front. Etney is in front of them. They have to actually go off as I believe that's Sergio's doing donuts there. So some victory donuts maybe, but I don't know. I guess he's actually letting everyone else go out, because I did know he did not want to qualify on supers or ultras. He wanted to do some soft runs, so we'll see how Etney can do here. So
Speedy's also parked on the circuit.
So I believe Speedy has a grid penalty. Actually, he's still going. Yeah, okay, there's Sergius. Oh, Sergius was trying to get disqualified. Yeah, as Matthias is the first one to finish there. He goes second fastest there, so great performance there, as it is from Matthias. Okay, Sergius disqualified himself there on purpose, I believe, so he can start last. As Anonymous goes ahead second fastest there on the
sure does
on the intermediate tires. As I told you, we're gonna see a lot of times here developing, as Etney is actually backed off there, so he's gonna do another lap. So let's see what else everyone else can do here. I believe Speedy is just starting his lap there, so let's see how Bance is. Bance is going through turn 1 now. I believe Mac Jagley retires there. Silver can't improve, 7th fastest. Tipsy retires as well, as he is 15th, unable to do a lap, I guess. As Speedy is finishing up here through the first sector, going to the second. Stinger retires as well, unable to do his lap either. So three drivers unable to finish off there. So that's a shame for them. Hopefully Noah will be able to start ahead of Sergius, since Sergius was disqualified. so that might help him out a bit, but I'm not too sure how that's going to go down as I keep an eye here. I'll keep an eye on Copy, who's subbing. So he had a solid result yesterday in SLR, so let's see how he does today in the 2 SLR race. This is his first time subbing, I believe, here, so he's actually not at the end yet either, so we'll go back to Etney here. I think, yeah, Etney is approaching the end here, so Wimpy is there as well. Jesse is there. Let's see, as Bance goes fastest there on the intermediate, so that is provisional pole at the minute, but Etney is still there, as is Speedy and, well, actually, no, that's, Sergius is disqualified, my apologies, but there are still challenges to come there, so this is not over yet. Etney is running low on fuel as well, so this might have been his idea, since so he has lower fuel. So, it says...
almost just did a 146. Bance has done a 145.
As Etney goes wide there, out of the last corner there, so, I believe he's done. I think he messed up there. So that is that might have been that. Yeah, that's it. Etney fourth fastest there. That is his lap over. So at the moment, Bance is on pole position. I think that's it. So my game is frozen. Okay, that's great. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that is that's it. Bance is on pole position there. So I was unable to see where Speedy is. Did you catch it? Or?
I think Speedy is 4th, I believe.
Okay, so he has a 5-place grid penalty, so he's going to start 9th, then that means.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, 7th.
Oh, 7th, so yeah, he's got 5 plays, so he's going to start 12th on the grid, so... so, anyways...
Whoa, where did Matthias come from?
Yeah, Matthias put it in, yeah. A pretty good lap there, so this is your grid at the moment, or not at the moment, yeah, there's going to be, everyone below Speedy from, here to here is going to be, going to be going up a place, so congrats to Bance, pole position. That's what he needs if he wants to stay in this championship fight, but all Speedy has to do is finish P10 and he will be your 2SRL champion. So as I'm going to read the chat here for a minute, as our fan favorite greatest driver, as I mentioned, Miloš Martika, has graced us with his presence in the chat. Etney in my Haas. God damn, that's an upgrade. So yeah, don't worry, Cursed. You're still number 1 in our hearts. So it's actually a downgrade, if you ask me, since you're so good at this game. So, yeah. So hopefully we will see Cursed back in the car next week, along with Revo, maybe. So, do we not have a? Oh, we do have a formation lap. So, okay. Things are pretty laggy. I don't know what's happening.
The game kicked me out, and I'm in the lobby.
Can you spectate again? So
I've tried, and it's not doing anything.
I don't know what's happening here on the formation lap. One of the Mercedes just jumped the whole field, so that's interesting. So
do you wanna send me another invite? I'll leave this session and join again. Okay.
It is a bit laggy too right now, so
I don't know what is going on.
I don't know. Yeah, a lot of issues going on here. Unfortunately, so I think yeah, okay. I'm gonna tab out there. Sorry, the screen is black, so yeah, I don't know what's happening here. We have a lot of technical issues here, so
yeah, it's not on our end either. Stream, it's F1 game bad.
Yeah, so
you want to shoot me that invite?
Yeah, I'm trying to, but my game is like stuttering.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know what is happening here. I'm trying to tab back in, but we have a lot of issues here. So that is a problem. My game is completely black screen now. So do you want to open up?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so we're still on the outlet. Okay, we're still there. So we still have time.
I need an invite.
Yeah, I'm getting it now.
Okay,
I got it now.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, as soon as we go full screen now. So it's showing out fine for you guys there. Okay, there we go. So frame rate seems to be a little bit more stable. So Spence is ghosting. A lot of people are ghosting here. So I don't know what happened. Clara left. I think something happened.
He was.
Oh, I think some.
he
I
was-
think the session crashed. Yeah, everyone's leaving, so something happened while we were gone.
Yeah.
So the grid. So yeah, we're gonna have to have another Italy thing here. So I think we just have to leave. So I'll see what happens. Yeah, I think Bance was hosting. I don't know what happened there, so I'm gonna leave the game right now and make sure.
I'm in and they're away. No one said anything to me.
So
I think it might be just spectator.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna message him real quick. So I apologize everyone for the technical difficulties that the F1 game has brought us.
It's running fine on my stream. If you want to jump over there real quick while Triton gets it sorted out. There's a lot of
it's not that.
It's,
the stream seems to be fixed. It's not lagging anymore, or it wasn't lagging on my screen. I don't know how it was on there, but yeah, Revo F1 game bad. So what happened here? Stream.
Has anyone sent you a message, or is this actually what's happening?
I'm checking what happened here. So let's see. I'm not too sure. So let me check the Discord here real quick. Apologies again for the black screen. So what's happening here?
Hello, guys.
Hello, Thimo. What happened?
So I was in general chat, and it seems they have started, and there has been massive chaos. And I said them that they should reinvite you, but they're driving at the moment. So apparently,
for me, everyone left. For me, it.
Yeah, I saw it. That's what I'm telling you. That's unfortunate. Did Mecha Dragon leave as well?
Can they restart or no? Because
I don't think they will.
Okay,
so
why did it desync for me then?
I don't know.
So
you should have left like I did and then rejoined.
Okay, Clara re-invited me, so.
Okay, good.
Should I keep going then, or should I just?
I guess you will. I don't think there's going to be a restart.
Because I mean,
I think that
they seem to be driving. There's a race happening at the moment, so I don't think. I think it was on our end, like the spectator bugged out.
Yeah, probably. Or maybe just Stinger and Jesse were thrown out, and I don't know.
Oh, for me, everyone was leaving, so.
Okay. Okay, then. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So, what I heard was that Yugos collided with someone, Speedy had a horrendous start and has got wing damage, and I don't know more.
Man, why did that have to happen? Now I miss everything.
I don't know.
Okay, so we're back in now. So we're back in. Lights out. Away we go here. My apologies now. And Speedy is in last place. Yeah, as Bance is currently in the lead here from Ethnic TRN, Matthias, Anonymous, and Hugos. Do you need an invite? Or are you in?
No, I've been in the whole time. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Oh, okay, man. I don't know why, but.
Well, I didn't see any of that action. I was obviously further up the grid, but.
Okay. So I think I don't know why that happened. So my apologies, everyone. F1 game bad. So
good luck with the stream now. I'm digging again.
Thank you, Timo. Okay. So the frame rate seems to be good. Hopefully it is for the stream as well. So yeah, we're riding here on board as Bance. He is defending from Ethnic TRN, as Matthias is there in third, Anonymous fourth, Hugos fifth, Silver, Mac Jagley, Copy, Tipsy, and Jesse up in the points. Complete the current points positions as Etney makes his move now to the inside or to the outside of Bance, goes around right before the DRS straight. Bance defends it, but he's going to be a sitting duck here as Etney will have DRS and be able to get the slingshot here from the slipstream here as he is powering his way past the McLaren, and that seems to be the move done as Etney takes the lead of the race. So in the background here, Anonymous trying to catch up to Matthias as I'm getting a bit more lag spikes there, unfortunately. I don't know why. But the frame rate seems to be a little bit more stable. In the back there is more fights going on. I see Copy and Tipsy on the back of MacJaggly, and Jesse there as well.
Yeah, there's a bit of a train forming behind MacJaggly, I think. There's some faster cars behind him, I think. He's going to get moved out of the way, I would imagine,
So,
in the next couple of laps.
so again, apologies to everyone watching the stream, and for those coming back. It seems like I have very bad luck when it comes to running these things, so... or maybe I'm just not good at it. But yeah, I will hopefully...
Well, I got kicked out too. I just got lucky. I got kicked out before they started, so I rejoined.
So Jeremy gets us 5 seconds
So,
stop
I think...
penalty there. So sorry.
Oh.
A corner cut and gained 2 places, it says. So hopefully that was a glitch and that can be removed. But yeah, meanwhile, Sergio's also really far back there in 18th. So Speedy, I was told, had a really poor start. Fall into the back of the grid, but he will still be champion if Vance does not win this race, so that is important to note. So let's see what happens
Well,
here.
he has to finish in the top 10, right?
Oh yeah,
as long as he gets a point.
Oh yeah,
he
yeah,
needs
yeah.
1 point.
Yeah, 1 point. Yeah, sorry. So or actually, I think it's also if Vance doesn't win. So we will do the math afterwards. I will ask Thimo again if he's watching. Hopefully, so.
Oh, here we go. This is
So here we go. Yeah, we have a battle here.
MacJaggly.
Copy going around the outside there. MacJaggly, Tipsy trying to make his way around there as well. We have a 5-car train here as Tipsy dives down the inside there. Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. Okay. Oh boy. Okay.
Within half a second to be here.
As okay. Wow. Okay. So Jesse goes a little bit wide there. MacJaggly loses out to Copy, still able to defend from Tipsy Bob. Tipsy gonna try and get him here on the straight here, but MacJaggly will have DRS, which will help him. Jesse's also there in the fight as well. Let's see what they can do here in the slipstream. Hopefully he's able to make something happen here. Copy is gonna be able to get away though. So meanwhile up ahead, Hugos is catching Anonymous, and Anonymous is catching Matthias. So there will be a battle up there in a minute. So we'll move on board with that, actually. So to the S's they go. Matthias trying to hold on to this podium position. Hugos is in the fight as well. Hugos cuts the corner there, gets a warning. We are running strict corner cutting, I believe. So let's see. I think he will be sitting here on the straight. Anonymous gets a swap on the back end. So let's see, is he gonna have DRS as Jeremy gets another penalty. Anonymous on the back there of Wimpy retires. So we have a virtual safety car.
Wimpy, I think, got hit there by Sergios fighting for position there. Got a little tap and then got off into the marbles and straight into the concrete barrier. So his race is done.
And Ocean Chief makes contact with Speedy under the virtual safety car, so he gets a penalty. So meanwhile, Silver caught up to the back there. So he's benefiting a bit, and as the delta is pretty high there, I can see. So okay. So that same thing happened again as it did last week, where Vance got a drive-through for speeding under the virtual safety car when he probably just shot up.
Yeah.
So that's stupid, because now he's gonna have to serve that, and that's pretty much his race over. So that's just helping.
Well, that
Speedy
happened to Wimpy last week because he tried to serve it twice and it wouldn't register.
Yeah, that's...
So hopefully that glitch doesn't happen this week again, and he can actually serve it and carry on.
As meanwhile, Silver has a look on the inside if Hugos doesn't actually make the move stick this time. Hugos kind of there in the background. Matthias able to get away from Anonymous for the time being. MacJaggly still on the back of Copy. Tipsy still there as well, so we have 2 battles here that we will be able to keep an eye out on. Sergios on the back of Jeremy, so we will keep an eye on that as well. Vance falling off the back of Edney. Sorry.
I'm also going to be tracking Speedy and where he is. He's currently 13th. We still have the pit stop shenanigans at the so far, but pit stops would jigger this around a little bit more. But I'm going to keep track of Speedy and what's going on back in the back.
Okay, so it's cutting out a bit for me, so I will hopefully that fixes itself, or the Discord. So Sergios on the back now, meanwhile, of Jeremy and Ocean Chief, and I believe that is Noel there up ahead as well. So there's going to be a 3-man train here for DRS as MacJaggly and Copy are fighting up ahead. So we're gonna steer away from this for the moment and see what's happening here, as the 4 of them are still there, as Nick is finding his way into the battle as well. So Copy able to defend for the time being. MacJaggly still there on the back, but Tipsy is there on him as well. In the hunt is Jesse as well, so Jesse and the points doing pretty good so far. MacJaggly goes wide, Tipsy has a look, doesn't really do anything about that, as Bance serves his drive-through penalty at the moment, and that is effectively his race done. So really, really, really stupid there from the F1 game. So at the moment, Speedy is going to be champion because Vance needs to score still. So
that is true.
So Anonymous gets a time penalty for just final warning there. Matthias now in P2 though, so he benefits from that. Anonymous is still there though, catching up to him, as meanwhile these guys are still fighting up here, as Sergios and Jeremy both find their way past Ocean Chief. In the background, Ocean Chief gets a penalty. Now then, we will see Tipsy right on the back of MacJaggly. MacJaggly goes wide out of the exit, loses some speed on the curb there. Tipsy is going to have DRS now. He might be able to shoot past him here. But Nick also has DRS. He's in the hunt there. All of them gaining DRS off of Copy, though. So as Tipsy and MacJaggly go wheel to wheel, Tipsy down the inside gets him on the brake, under braking, and that is a good move from Tipsy Bob there. Very nicely done, as Jesse is going to try and have his shoot his luck there as well. They're all moved up one place from Vance, who is now in last place, unfortunately, from that. So let's see, as swapper on the back end there for MacJaggly, as now they will be able to come up here through the Istanbul right-hander, and hopefully some of them will be able to battle here through the start-finish straight. So while
look at everyone's tyre strategy here. Everyone seems to be on super softs, apart from Ocean Chief, who's ultra soft, and Hugo's is on soft, so he might be able to go a little bit longer and pull himself a bit of a gap.
And he's in 4th place too, so that's actually worked out very well for him.
Sure is. He sure has. He's done it well.
Yeah. So he will be able to finish the race on the ultra softs potentially. So meanwhile, Silver is catching him though on the tire advantage, but the ultra softs will start, the super softs will start to go eventually, and so will Ocean Chief's ultra softs. But it is very much possible to one stop here as Vance goes into the pits again. So I believe he is getting his routine tire change now, and just going out of the softs maybe. Yeah, as he Silver loses it on the exit there, and is unable to catch up to Hugos, who has DRS off of Anonymous, and is slowly but surely catching him.
I think Speedy might be having a bit of a struggle today. He's losing about 0.2 a lap to Toto, which isn't going to do him many favours. But again, as long as Vance doesn't, I don't think he has to do anything really. He might just have some fun.
Yeah, he is still champion. I don't know if he cares or not at this moment, since this race is kind of. I mean, I'm sure he does, but I mean, I don't know if he knows yet or cares yet about the position, and he just wants to go for whatever he wants, regardless of the championship position. But yeah, let's see how this goes now. Meanwhile, here, Hugos and Anonymous Hugo's still catching him on those soft tires. So
Tipsy's just making his first pit stop, by the way. He's going to come in.
So
what tyres he's going to put on?
He's definitely putting on the softs, I would assume. The one stop is the base strategy, especially. Yeah, he's already going on to them. I believe that's too early though. I don't think you have to go.
Yeah, that seemed very early to me.
Yeah, Ocean Chief's going 8 laps on his ultra softs, so I mean this will be an undercut attempt from Tipsy, I would assume. So this may or may not work out. So it'll be interesting because it is good to have those soft tires on a little bit early. As Hugos nearly goes into the back of Anonymous there, as they both caught up to the back of Matthias. So the super soft tires are going to be dying out, and Hugos will have the tire advantage for the time being. So he is in the slipstream now with the DRS. He's going to catch up to the back of him now. Is he going to make this lunge here from the back here? He is going to have a look down the inside. He goes, and Hugos unable to get it here at the moment, but is he going to be able to switch him back here? And unable to, but he's much later on the brakes than Anonymous, fighting him around the Hockenheim Motordrome area, going down the inside here of the left-hander, and that is the move done. Fantastic driving from both of them, as that gives Matthias some breathing room. So fantastic driving there from the two of them, and Copy
Whoa,
is catching.
MacJagley. Sideways, coming out of the air.
Okay. So meanwhile, let's see. The two of them may or may not be able to prevent the undercut from happening, but Tipsy is gonna be able to warm those tires up, and they will be on colder tires. So.
Oh, who's that? I think.
Yeah, Nick's going to the pits now.
Yeah.
So.
Just trying to figure out which Ferrari it was. They're both there.
Yeah, that's Nick in the pits for the soft tires, I believe.
It's Nick
yes.
or Jack in his name. For anyone watching that is confused when they see no Nicks on the screen.
Getting another penalty. So, yeah,
Alright, Speedy does not care about this race whatsoever.
Oh, what happened? He's got 1 point though. He will be champion, definitely. But 100-point difference there. So.
Well, if he keeps racking up 3-second penalties, he might not get.
Yeah, maybe not. But meanwhile, in the back there, Ocean Chief gets past Nick there as Hugo's down the inside of Matthias. Sorry, I was not fully paying attention there. Matthias tries to go down around the inside again, but Hugos gets it there, and Hugos is now up in the second place. So this is working out fantastic.
Working those soft tires perfect.
Agreed. Yeah, he's running the stint very well, and if he can keep going, he can go for about another 8 laps or so, or 10 laps on these tires, and then pit in for ultra softs even maybe, and be very fast towards the end. He will be a bit slow afterwards because these guys are going to start going in, and that's going to lose him some time as he goes wide there on the entry to or on the exit of the final turn there. But Matthias goes wide and he gets his first time.
MacJagley's tires must be feeling it.
Yeah, definitely. It's around this time.
Locked up a few times under pressure from Jesse and Toto.
So yeah, unfortunately, Wimpy apparently getting hit by the Reynolds second seat curse.
Toto with a penalty there, 3 seconds.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunate for Wimpy, got taken out, I believe, by Sergio. So Sergio's not really running a fantastic race at the moment. So he's running a fairly decent strategy at the moment, but not really showing too much pace today. But we never know, things can change as the second half of the race approaches. So meanwhile, up ahead, Anonymous on the back of MacJagley, or not MacJagley, I mean Matthias, my apologies, and Matthias still on the back of Hugos. Hugos is still on soft tires, so there is a grip difference, but these tires will start to degrade, or these super softs should be degrading, and the time to pit will be any second now. So I believe now is the pit window, the actual pit window time. So the soft tires will go longer than that, but if you have the super softs, you will be able to run longer on the or a lot less on the softs. So you will have less degradation towards the end of the stint. So let's see here. Ocean Chief has pitted already for his soft tires, so he was able to extend those ultra softs very far. So good stuff from him. As Copy pits as well here for his soft tires, I believe. So let's see where he comes out and if Tipsy can jump him. So we will try and find Tipsy here. Let's see as he comes around the corner here. Tipsy is gonna jump him, I believe, here as Copy is just coming out here as Jeremy retires. So yeah, Jeremy has gone into the wall there and out of the race. So big disappointment for Jeremy, so very unfortunate as Copy does actually get back past Tipsy. So I don't know if Tipsy made a mistake or not, but also ignore the screen there. It says Tipsy is showing that Tipsy is on supers, but the tire strategy shows that he is indeed on soft tires. So that's the F1 game at its finest. So
this game, I tell you.
Yeah, but yeah, good job from Copy, able to avoid getting jumped there by Tipsy. So, but he still has some an opportunity to get past MacJagley still, and Jesse, who still have not pit or gone into the pits, as has Thomas. So Thomas is on the back there of MacJagley soon, and Speedy gets past Nick in the background there as Hugos and Matthias begin to fight, and actually Matthias goes into the pits, that's why, so... as Etney pits as well, Hugos is going to be in the lead, but... Etney able to extend those tires a fair amount.
I'll be interesting to see what his strategy is and how it plays out.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be going on to ultras or softs, or I mean supers, so... Like you said, this could be all to play for Hugos, and this might actually end up helping him out, unless Etney is able to catch up to him right now, so... well, Matthias...
Speedy with another penalty.
Yeah, Matthias and Anonymous both pit together, so... Anonymous is going to be approaching the back of him any minute now, so... This will be very interesting to see here, as he is making rapid progress here, actually. So, as we ride on board to the S's now, back here, Matthias, I may have struggled for initial warm-up there, as Anonymous is going to have DRS going to him going on the straight here. So let's see what can happen here. So, in the slipstream now, get telemetry on, which we haven't done. For some reason, he has the battery up to overtake now, but not really able to do anything here at this moment, too far back. But Silver, meanwhile, has actually gotten ahead of Copy, I believe. But I don't know if he was ahead or not before, but so far so good from him. And running in 5th place, so... Let's see, meanwhile...
Yeah, on these soft tyres, 13 laps so
13 laps is...
Probably get to what, 18, 19 maybe?
18, or, yeah. You can do 20 laps or so on them, I believe. So...
Okay.
And you can do about 8 or 10 on this. You can do about 8 on the Ultras. So, that might be the strategy to go for. But the Ultras will be a bit worn at the end, so... He might just want to go on to Super Softs. I'm not too sure. But an unconventional strategy that may or may not end up paying off here for him, so... But Eddie is rapidly approaching him, so... That might come into play later. So, basically, we have... Not really have much going on here. Thomas is still on the back of... MacJagley still trying to catch up to him. I don't believe... he actually might be, because MacJagley is very slow here going through the S's, so if he's able to catch up to him through the final turns here onto the DRS straight, he might be able to have a shot at him. So he will get a little bit of a toe down this straight here before the turn, and now onto the main back straight here. So hopefully he maximizes his exit. Now he will be able to start to fight here as he has the slipstream. The DRS has put the battery up, going now into the slipstream. Can he get the move done? I don't believe he'll be able to do it here. He might actually have a lunge down the inside here. Makes it work, sees the gap as MacJagley doesn't exactly see it, turns in a little bit, but backs out of it. Here we're going to ride wheel to wheel here with the two of them, and has a switch back to the inside there for Thomas as MacJagley defends it around the outside as gets run into the back by Thomas. So a little bit aggressive, but some pretty decent driving nonetheless, as Sergios is on ultra soft tires now. So he will have a massive pace advantage as he's catching the back of Jesse. So Jesse runs a bit wide there on the exit. Speedy is in back there as well. So Thomas is going to have another go at Speedy, I believe. Sergios puts in the fastest lap of this race. Thomas does not get past MacJagley there. Is El Sergio's going to have a look at Jesse. Gets much more grip there. Looks down the inside. Jesse's going to go wheel to wheel with him though. But he has the inside line here, but that's not going to matter because Sergios is going to have the inside for the first part of the S's, and he does get past him. So good driving from the two of them. Good job from both of them to not crash or anything. So yeah, so far so good from 2SRL.
Etney has closed that gap onto Hugo's, by the way. He's closed it by, what, 2 seconds in a couple of laps, so I don't know if this strategy is going to work out too well for Hugo's, but he might come in and just put some super softs on and go to the end.
Yeah, but this will undoubtedly, I don't know, I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to catch up to Etney at all, but seeing as Etney has so much pace here, but I don't believe, I believe his strategy is to go for second place because of how powerful the there. His tire strategy will be on the midfield, or not the midfield, I mean the other front runners besides Edney. So let's see how things are going in the back here. I'm still on the back of Matthias, unable to really make anything work. So at the moment we get to ride on board in the nose cam, so that's always fun. As Alon is still unable to do anything. Hopefully he can gain some time through the S's. So things are stabilized a tiny bit here. Thomas still on the back of Mac Jagley, so we'll see how that goes as Mac Jagley or Thomas dives down the inside and is able to get the move done there. As Sergios is lurking in the background now as well and going to be much faster than the two of them. So let's see here. Meanwhile, Tipsy running up in second.
Edney's got this down to 1.2 seconds on Hugo's on the way.
Yeah, so Sergios actually gets past Mac Jagley. There's Mac Jagley has spun off and into the wall. So that is massive disappointment there. So yeah, now he is down into 12th place, and that is his race almost ruined here. Speedy and Jesse are going to go wheel to wheel here down the down the back straight here. Speedy in the slipstream here, or in the braking out of the slipstream, I should say, on the brakes now, around the outside he goes and gets past Jesse. So fantastic stuff from Speedy, who is now up into P10. So meanwhile, Sergios catching up to the back of Thomas, and Tipsy not really catching up to Copy. Copy has shown he has a lot of pace here, as Edney is right on the back of
Edney is all over the back of Hugo's at the moment. I've been watching this for a while. He got straight into the DRS zone, gobbled him up, and now he's all over the back. It's a matter of time before he goes past, I think.
Yeah, I think he's just going to have a look here down the inside. He goes right before the straight. And I don't think it's really much for Hugos to fight that. As you can see, his I don't know how much you can see, but the front left, actually I shouldn't ride on board with them. The front left of Hugos's tire is completely shattered, I can see. Or not completely, but it is pretty badly blistered. So he's going to want to pit in a couple laps.
Worn.
Yeah, it's starting to peel off a bit there as Edney takes the lead of the race again. So fantastic stuff from him. As Matthias and Anonymous still unable to catch the back of him, as Copy and Silver are starting to catch up to them. So this could be an eventual battle for the podium here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think it's cutting out though, so I'm not too sure. So let's see what's happening here as the camera angle doesn't really show us anything there. Matthias still holding on to this podium position.
It's Discord.
Yeah, Discord.
An aneurysm.
Yeah, Discord bad as well. Like F1 game.
I've tried restarting it and didn't make any difference. So apologies to people watching the stream for the choppiness, but send your complaints to discord.com.
And also to Codemasters, because F1 game. Yeah.
Also to Codemasters.
Yeah, and say it's from Revo, so make sure you put your name down as as that. So on behalf of 2SRL. So in the back here, meanwhile, Hugos already lost 2 seconds there to Edney, so he's 13 seconds. Yeah, that's not what matters. Yeah, it's what I'm more concerned about is his gap to Matthias and Anonymous and Silver and even Copy at this point, because he might end up coming out in P7 or P6, I mean. So but he will be on.
Yeah, that's why I thought he might. That's why I thought he might come in a little bit early and get some fresh tyres on, because they're obviously seen better days.
Yeah, I think he's trying to go for ultra softs though.
I think he should just dive in. Yeah, I know what he's trying to do. It's not going to get him in the top 5, is it, if he tries to do that for too much longer?
Yeah, so not really much going on at the moment here between the drivers. Thomas still keeping Sergios honest there in the background.
So he has decided to do another lap. So this will be 19 laps on this particular set of tyres once he comes in. I would imagine he's got to come in this lap, otherwise he might just lose too much time.
So meanwhile here, yeah, not really much happening. Anonymous falling pretty far off the back of Matthias, so Matthias driving very well so far. Not doing too bad, but let's see how Copy is doing. Catching the back of Seether, so this will be this might end up being a battle here. So he will have DRS on him too. So
Wimpy not happy in the chat. He says he thought he joined an F1 race, but instead it was a go-kart. Hit and turn one, got wing damage, and run all the way to where I got taken out into the wall. He's not happy.
yeah, unfortunate for Wimpy.
Fair enough to me.
So Copy now, meanwhile, going wheel to wheel here with Seether, going around the outside there into the end of the second sector here. Fantastic driving from Copy, and good move there from him. So he makes his way up into 5th place. So, and he can maybe try and catch the back of Anonymous.
Here comes two guys into the pits to get some new rubber.
I would assume, yeah.
Finally comes.
I would assume he'd go into the ultra
So
soft.
he'll have 8.5 laps to do on this.
So let's see where he comes out here. I believe he's gonna... Yeah, Matthias is passed. Anonymous passed. Copy might and Silver might both pass him as well, as he is just coming out of the pits there, and he's gonna maybe come out. Yeah, he actually does defend from Copy. So, 2 Williams getting very close there.
He's gonna be in front of Copy and Silver.
Yeah, and he's gonna have a massive grip advantage now.
Trying to walk these. Yeah, he's just gonna not throw it into the wall on cold tyres.
Yeah,
he'll
so
have 1 lap and then he should be good from there.
Sergio goes into the pits as well, so he's going to be going on to a set of ultra softs as well. So
even if he finishes in 4th, Hugo's has made 7 positions from his grid position, so you can't complain about that.
Oh yeah, as Tipsy is also, he started 17th on the grid. He's up in a P7, so good drive from Tipsy as well. Not to discount his, or not to leave him out of the equation there as well. So, not really making much ground on Silver, but I don't think that really matters. I would be happy with the position as it is. So Silver trying to get that position back from Copy. Hugo's already pulling a gap between the two of them, and going to be on the back of Anonymous and Matthias soon. So.
Oh, also Speedy's made his way into the top 10 though, so as long as he can stay there and not rack up another 20 seconds worth of penalties, he might actually secure this if.
As Sergio's in the background there. Sorry to interrupt you. Sergio gets past Vance there. So sorry, continue.
No, you're right. I was just. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can check, but I don't know how many seconds worth of penalty speed he's got, but I think it's at least 12 seconds.
You can check the race director, I believe, if you pause and go to the race director. You can see how many. So, let's see here. Hugo's slowly but surely going to catch the back of Anonymous here. He's got 7 laps to do so, and he's got a massive amount of grip. So, I don't know if Hugo's is using the pad or wheel this race.
This will be interesting because
I believe he is using the pad still, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if. Oh no, actually I think he's using the wheel now. So
just under halfway worn these tyres of Anonymous. So if Hugo's gets his act together, he might even be able to. I don't know if he get Matthias though in second, but he's only 2 seconds away, so I'll keep a bit of an eye on this.
Oh yeah, this will definitely be the battle to watch here, as meanwhile Silver still has DRS on Copy but unable to do anything yet. So we'll be keeping an eye on all of this, as in the background Noel, who made his way back into the race thankfully, and was able to race, is on the back of Nick, so that'll be something to watch out for as well. So
yeah,
Hugo's already. Oh, sorry.
Poor old Noel had a bit of a bad weekend last weekend as well.
Yeah, unfortunate. But now, meanwhile, Hugo sets the fastest lap as he is on the back of Anonymous. going wheel to wheel now into turn 1, and he is well past him with the amount of grip he has over these two. It's no contest there, so good job from Hugos so far with the strategy, going up to 3rd place now into the podium position and approaching the back of Matthias. So Matthias not out of the woods yet, and Anonymous may be able to make something out of this and be able to catch up to Matthias and get that final podium position. So it's all to play for here.
He's in DRS range.
Oh yeah,
he is in DRS range.
So 3 of them,
7 down. So
yeah, so Sergio's puts in the fastest lap now after that on ultra soft tires as well. So meanwhile here, let's see how this goes now. He's gonna be able to have a run here on Matthias, but I don't know if he has enough of a gap here. He's not really putting the battery all the way up. Actually, this is a massive slipstream here, as Matthias may not be able to fight this one too hard. Hugos goes down the inside and gets the move done. He actually is fighting it a bit, Matthias, but relinquishes that willingly. So fantastic driving from Hugos up into 2nd place, and he's gonna have to make that gap now. Otherwise, those tires are gonna burn out at the end of the stint. So
yeah, he's just got to maintain himself.
To be fair, so will
because he's not gonna catch it 20 seconds behind. He might as well just protect his 2nd place.
Yeah, there's no way he's catching any, unfortunately, for him. But Anonymous now is back into DRS range. So
I've got an update on Jeremy. Jeremy says he drove it all on purpose.
Oh yeah, okay. So
just
unfortunate
noticed that
for Jeremy.
So unlucky. Good job. I'm not sure how to respond to that. I don't know why he would do that, but okay.
I think he had wing damage and just gave up. I saw that. I was confused for a minute. I saw him still driving, so I thought he just planted it in the wall and just retired out of frustration. But unfortunate again. So Anonymous now all over the back here of Matthias for that final podium position, and Silver still on the back of Copy. So still trying to get that 5th position back from him. So Anonymous might be able to have a good run on the inside, or on the DRS straight here on Jeremy. So he's in the DRS. He has the DRS on. I'm not actually gonna do anything yet. He has low battery, so he's gonna probably he's gonna want to hold that for a couple laps. But Hugo's not really pulling a major gap at the moment, since the tires are gonna wear out a bit now. Not too much, of course, since they're only 3 laps old, but tiny bit. So that will be something to note, as Silver's still trying to find his way past Copy. The two of them very close at this point now. So Ocean Chief gets himself yet another penalty, unfortunately, and as Silver nearly pulls up a step in there, but able to keep it there. So yeah, Copy pulled a bit of a gap into that sector, as Anonymous still has DRS, but he might want to save some battery going into the S's for the back straight. So it's at 20% battery. So Anonymous, as we've seen, as I've observed over the course of the seasons, or of this season, from both SLR and 2SRL, he's very good at battery conservation. So
Nick and Noel are having a bit of a ding-dong battle at the 14th place. Noel just doesn't have straight line speed, I don't think, to get past him. That's his issue.
So that is a battle to be watching out for. Copy got himself a penalty. I don't know if Silver has any penalties or not, so that will come into play for the for that there, as Stinger gets himself a penalty. So Noel is going to have DRS now on Nick, so he will have the straight line speed here. He's turning up his battery now. He will be able to have a look into turn 1 here, maybe. He has enough of a gap here, and down the inside he goes. Nick does leave the gap open. They do make a bit of contact there, but I don't know if that's it, as Nick goes really slow onto the exit of the curve there, but going into the S's he does keep that position. So we'll go back on board here with Silver, who is still trying to find his way on the back of Copy, still looking and hunting for that position. So I don't know if he has it on penalties, but he might want to get it on track as well. So, or if he has one penalty as well, then definitely. So
yeah, this scoreboard's going to look really interesting at the end of the race, when everyone's got 15 seconds worth of penalties to,
like me yesterday,
shuffle around.
So
yeah. Oh, here we go. Noel's having a go. around the outside into the hairpin. Can he get the undercut done? No, he can't. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but it looked like he had the space and the pace. But
As ooh, Seether actually. Okay, right when I looked off, Seether got past. So Copy made a mistake there, going into the S's. I saw it already there on the screen. I saw Copy go a bit wide and lose out that position. So Seether actually. Oh, Seether just got a penalty as well. So if that was his first penalty, then that evens the field out. So Copy is still back in this fight now, as Anonymous is still unable to catch up to him. So Copy gonna want that position back definitely.
And Hugo's has got a 4.5 second lead over Matthias now, so I think he might just be locking himself into that second spot.
Another thing actually to consider.
Throw it into a wall.
Yeah. Another thing to consider is the penalties for them too, because I don't know if Matthias has any penalties.
I don't know if Hugo's has any either.
I will check.
I have no idea. Meanwhile, Toto's got the job done on Tipsy.
Ooh, Anonymous has gone off. Anonymous went off the track. I'm sorry. So, yeah, a lot of things occurring right now. Anonymous has made a mistake somewhere, and he's lost third or fourth and fifth place. There, Seether moves up there as Tipsy gets the move back done on Thomas, and is able to fight that there. Speedy catching the back of them, but down the inside here of the Istanbul right-hander, but it's going to convert to the outside here. Goes Thomas as they make a bit of contact as he hits Tipsy off there. They make more contact there, so no love lost between these two. As Tipsy is trying to find his way there, loses the traction. Speedy is back as well in this fight. So, with the DRS now, I believe, two of them, I don't know if Tipsy had it there, but Thomas gets past there, so. Interesting battle, yeah. So, Copy still on the back of Seether now, gonna try for round 3 between these two. So, let's see what he can do here. I would assume, I think the penalty is even for them too, as Seether gets a really bad exit there. So Copy is going to be able to have him here, maybe on the straight. Seether goes to the inside already to try and defend. So, but yeah, Copy is going to fly past him here on the straight with the amount of speed he's got. Yeah, Seether wasn't even defending it too hard with the ERS and medium setting there. But he will be able to have another go at him, maybe. So, good driving from Copy. Fantastic driving so far. All day we've seen some really great overtakes from him and from Seether as well. So, meanwhile, let's see how Matthias is doing. We're not on board with him for a bit. He is fairly far from Hugos. Hugos running a lonely but successful P2. So, on penalties, though, I know Hugos might have 1 or 2 penalties. So, we will see how that plays into effect as Seether now round 4 between these two, maybe. Gonna have DRS here on Copy, but not really able to do anything. These two basically been in battle for the whole thing as Thomas gets a penalty, so that will play into effect with Tipsy. I believe Tipsy has a couple though, so as Jesse gets one as well.
I'm going to ride on board with Speedy for the rest of the race. Championship winner, might as well.
Yeah, it seems as though Speedy is going to be our world champion here, or our 2SRL champion.
Oh, here we go. He's planted Tipsy in the back there. Yeah. Just a bit of a love tap, nothing too serious.
So yeah, these two fighting a battle. I don't know if Tipsy's going to want to hold him up too much or not, but Tipsy will not want to lose any time to Thomas. So, and that's less points for him. I wouldn't assume Tipsy would be one to just hand that away. So, see how this battle goes afterwards.
To be fair, I think Speedy's got about 25 seconds worth of penalties, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
seen his name flick up so many times. So I mean, I don't know whether fighting Tipsy for this position is going to do too much for Fate.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would think you would just let him be. Yeah, he's gonna go for it actually here down the inside.
Got him.
And that is a move done, yeah. But I don't know how many penalties Tipsy has. So still might be P8 for Tipsy if he just keeps on the back of him as we approach the final lap of this race here. Etney is on the final lap, so these guys are going to be on their starting the final lap as well. As Stinger gets one more penalty. So Nick falling off the back of Noel there once Noel got past. So good job from Noel to build a gap as well, as this is going to be Silver's final attempt on Copy here. So let's see if he can make it work. He is running low on fuel, so that's gonna play into effect as Sergio's. Something happened to Sergio's there. We'll take a quick look there. Yeah. Oh, he's gone off. So I think he did that on purpose to give the others points, maybe, since he is a sub. I'm not too sure, but that's I don't know if I'd say that's sportsmanlike, but that's interesting from Sergio. So gives Jesse that final point. As Silver, I don't believe he is close enough to the back of Copy to get this move done, as that might just be it. So we ride on board here with Etney, as he kind of blocks him, and he wins the US GP for 2SRL. So on his debut, I believe, for the league. So Singer finishes there in 17th. Hugo's gonna come home here and potentially be P2, I think, with the penalties. Even he will still be able to keep that, maybe, unless he got 2 and Matthias did not get any. So good drive from him nonetheless. Ocean Chief gets another penalty. So
yeah, I think
he kept it. Yeah,
Matthias to get you guys, surely.
Yeah, I would agree too, since he did very well. As Copy finishes P4 here, and Silver P5. Anonymous gonna come home in P6. Unfortunate, as he was fighting for the podium position and went off the track there. Thomas gonna finish P7, I believe, and Speedy finishes P8 to become your 2SRL champion. So I say we give Speedy a congratulations in the chat right now, as he is the champion of 2SRL Season 4. So congratulations, Speedy. Fantastic season from you, and a solid driving all season. So very well done. And yeah, on behalf of the commentator team of the two of us, very well done. So MacJagley gets past Jesse to finish in the points there. So I believe that's on penalties. So MacJagley able to score points at his home Grand Prix, as he is American. So very well done to him. And Bance, not much to say. That drive-through penalty, really unfortunate, but quite ridiculous, as Sergios is going to do donuts and basically hold us up here. So we'll ride on board here and see him do the victory donuts for Speedy. So I don't think he was trying.
He can't actually do any donuts, can he?
He's missing wing too, so
it's all like autopilot.
So I mean, there's 50 seconds, so I don't know why he's doing this. As I was at the back there. I should message him and tell him to retire. Yeah, he's just gonna retire. So that's it. So yeah, my apologies again to everyone for the beginning, as we had those technical difficulties that prevented me from seeing the beginning and the start of the race. So yeah.
And for Discord cutting out every 5 seconds.
Yeah. So anyways, that is going to conclude our time here today. So thank you all for watching this week. Next week hopefully will be better, which I keep saying every week, but usually doesn't pay off. So congrats to Etney for winning. Congrats again to Speedy on becoming your not world champion, 2SRL champion. And congrats on Matthias and Hugos for getting their very good podiums there. So Tipsy actually did not jump him there, so but still a good drive from Tipsy nonetheless.
Look at it was only 12 seconds he had where the penalties. Oh, I'm surprised. I thought it might be a little bit more than that. Yeah.
So that will conclude our time here. Thank you all for watching. Tune in next week for the Mexican Grand Prix. I am ItzTriton, and this was Mecha Dragon joining me. Thank you all again. Be sure to subscribe and check out the EGL channel, and we will see you next week.
And if you're interested in watching me play some games very poorly, jump on my stream, because I'm going to have a quick break and then play something.
So yeah, be sure to check that out, and yeah, see you guys next week, or see you then.